started 4 years ago with The Devil Inside. I think that's what kicked it off, because before that I was just doing shows, and I was happy doing shows. I'd never really thought, and I was just like, yeah, I'll probably just end up doing shows and then have a baby, that's what I'll do. But then I got The Devil Inside, and I didn't know that that's something that would ever happen. I didn't think you could go into that, and I thought, yeah, I really want to do more films. It was so interesting and different. And then I did a few adverts, and then I was on Britain's Got Talent, and then Game of Thrones came, and now, yeah, it's a completely different kind of career. It's more like a brand. I'm Pixie Le Knot, and I'm a contortionist. Contortion is a form of acrobatics. It's a circus art. My form is an extreme form of flexibility, based on the spine, I'd say, and extreme spinal flexibility. I did do gymnastics and dance as a child in Sheffield, but I'd never seen contortion. I'd never really seen circus, so I definitely didn't think it was something you could do for a living. I went to a circus training centre, and I met some people, professional acrobats, who said that I should try contortion. And then when I realised it was something quite special, not many people were doing it, and it was something that I could do, that's when I decided I really wanted to concentrate on it. So I auditioned for circus school. I still had to really train the contortion myself while I was there. So I used to spend a lot of time on my own, and I just was really addicted. So I'd sometimes stay in the studio till like 11:30 at night training. I came out of circus school and went into a traditional circus. So I was in caravans with the circus families, and I did that for one season, and it was really hard work. Also, I'd picked up so many injuries from doing it so much, and like being not in a perfect environment to be doing it. So sometimes it was freezing, and you'd have to warm up really quickly, and then you wouldn't have time to rest if you had small injuries. It feels so easy at first, and you can just keep going, and I was training all day, every day, and everything was fine, and I was never in pain. And then suddenly, yeah, you start to get problems, and you can't do things anymore, and you have to work around them. Sometimes it feels like, yeah, I can just do it any time, and then sometimes I have to warm up for up to 45 minutes, just stretching every part of my back out, my neck, my shoulders, my hips, just so everything's really stretched out, and then still it feels really hard. The positions you're in really put a lot of strain on your lungs, so you have to learn to breathe in the positions. So I think a lot of people make mistakes trying to do things that are too difficult. Maybe they can get into the position, but they can't breathe yet, and I've seen people pass out. I don't know if it's damaging me, really, it might be, but I think that's like with any sport. You probably will end up with something at the end of it, but at the same time, you spent your life fit and strong and exercising, and so there's probably going to be a lot of gains as well. I went to private school, and my dad's a doctor, and my brother's a doctor, and most people were going on to do something like that. So I always thought that was the only option, especially in Sheffield. That's what I thought. That's what you do with your life, and I just wanted, people to remember me for doing something different. So I guess it's a bit of an attention-seeking thing. I think at first it was like, oh, this is so cool, I can do these crazy things that no one can do, and people were really shocked. And now I'm more interested in the strength, and I think it's really cool that you can be that flexible but also be really strong and surprise people in that way. And also being a girl and a small girl, I think that's really cool as well. Because it's physical and it's an art, so it's beautiful, but also it's a lot about strength, and so I get a kick out of the sport side of it, like the adrenaline from training and being really strong. And it's like a dancer, you can see that's a nice line, that's an aesthetic line, it looks right, or that's wrong, that leg should be down a bit. Yeah, you just try things, and then you think sometimes you just surprise yourself. You'll see it in a video or a photo and think, oh yeah, that looks really cool. Like with contortion, I can hide behind it. It's like something that I can just drill out, and the acting puts me outside of my comfort zone, and I don't know whether I'm doing a good job or not, and I'm always questioning myself. When you're doing like possession or something, it's easy. Contortions, it's the easy bit, and then I think everything's so comfortable. So any position is really comfortable, and you can use that to create a character or a creature. So yeah, you're using your body as your tool to make something, make your art. I think it's different for me now. It never stops. It's always going on. So now it's the stress and the pleasure. I definitely did get a buzz out of the performance, but now I think after the circus, doing it 2 or 3 times a day, you're just doing it like a machine. I mean, I think I have to keep it interesting for myself now by making new acts and taking it in different areas.